Hello, I'm Philip Stoten from EMS Now. I'm here at SMT Nuremberg and I'm joined by Frank-Ralf Mayer from Cicor. Frank,
Hello.
Thank you very much for talking to me today. You're exhibiting here. Start by telling me a bit about what you're doing here, what you're promoting, but also we met last year and there seems to be some real fast developments happening within the business.
Yeah, that is what we have done. We of course showing here our three divisions, three different types of division. The first is the old PCB division. We're doing a lot of flex, rigid flex, something like that, special material, then the ceramic substrates part, which is a very essential fare for these kind of materials. And for an EMS company, we have decided to show not only the typical EMS, not PCB assembly. Of course, it's a type of process. What we want to address is a little bit more these technologies coming on the round, the surfaces, new technologies, really hard-growing markets today, which is infrastructure building.
Right.
And you're seeing some modding, it's potting. Potting is coming from the military or railway business.
Yeah.
And today it finds room in the infrastructure, which is now for the toilets, water controls, etc., etc. So you will find it in every restrooms anymore. You do not have taking or touching by hand these valves or open the water, something, it goes automatically. And there's a really big growing business there, and we addressed it with different type of technologies, chemicals of course, if that starts here with that kind of potting, hot melt technology, lacquering of course in different types. And of course there's a really special point for 3D MID, and so we brought our new project with us, which is for earphones. It's not only a show demonstrator, we want to address and to show our interested customers or people here, to show a real product which is going in the market to the US, for instance, for the people wearing behind the ear or internally of the ear.
Okay, and that's a 3D plastic with a printed interconnect on there. And you're doing all of that, the moulding, the interconnects and everything?
We're doing also the engineering part. So we have hired some new engineers, young new engineers, which coming out from the universities, from the mechatronics field. Because you have to think about, it's a new technology. It's not only the green flat board, it's a different kind of thinking. You need one guy who is really fit in plastics, and on the other hand, you have to good ideas about how can put some kind of electronic use on these plastic. And what is the real combination of being cheaper than the old solution, maybe more fancy, smaller, more tricky, brings mechanical work out of customers' production side, etc. Those are really special fields, and so we have done a lot of efforts to establish the process, not only the production fine, even from the galvanic up to the lasering, to the assembly on that, or final assembly, system assembly, whatever you want, and of course on a galvanic.
Okay, and you're producing that, but you're also assembling it into the final unit and fulfilling that direct to the customer. And are you finding that build to order and configure to order is a growing part of your business now?
That is a growing. What we have seen, the different flexibility models, logistics models are major key. Every customer has to look on his money base, on his cash pool, whatever he has in the company, which is important. He has to be very reactive to his customers. In some cases, he's growing or he's increasing his volume, maybe 20, 30% in 2 months or something else. And so we thought we have to follow this way. We have to look for ways to support him with these upgoing and downgoing processes and to install to help him. And you can do that with a more flexible production, with a more flexible, of course, good educated project management, because the people inside have to follow, even in her head. And on the other hand, you have to establish these typical logistic models. And it sounds very easy to do that in one country. But if you go to an over the border in another country, it's much more difficult.
So different challenges. And Cicor do manufacture in a number of countries. What's your current footprint at the moment, globally, internationally?
So we have established 11 production sites. We have established a sales site and project management site in the US. Maybe there is a production to follow. It's not really decided there. It's more or less a decision of our CEOs, of course. It's not my decision at that field. But what we see is that a lot of business now is growing also, again, from the US.
Okay.
So of course we have established a production in China because that is a place to be. We really increased the production sites in the other Asian countries like Vietnam, where we are since 1992, Indonesia, Singapore, where we are, but also Romania, of course, which is the biggest single site.
Yeah. You've been in Vietnam for a long time. You were very, very early to that market. That been a big success for you there?
Yeah, it is. So what we see, Romania is really a brilliant success story there. But still, we also have increased our production in Switzerland. A lot of people are astonished about that, but you have to follow, you have to improve your processes there. And we have done the decision that a lot of the engineering, re-engineering service, support to the customer, which is design to manufacture, design to market, all these keywords are established in Switzerland with a high potential engineers there. And we're doing a lot of medical there, military, railway, the difficult products, high complex products, system assembly. We support for, if you think about UL, FDA support or something else for the US, for instance.
Okay, so it's becoming much less of a Me Too business, lots of new technology, potting, moulded interconnect devices, all those things are coming through. What next? What are you going to be showing me between now and next year that's going to excite us to talk about next time?
Yeah, of course. Be surprised in that days. We will do a lot of efforts to improve our business, our new technologies we install in that countries, in the different sites. We are on a good way. We have a group of people inside which improving every process, every sales efforts we want to do, any goals, any targets we have to establish, maybe to fix it a little bit or to refix it. That depends now on where the market goes.
Yeah. Okay, well Frank, exciting times ahead, clearly. Look forward to talking to you next time, and thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.